PR Connections Radio presents. This episode of the Sunday Morning Chat Series is brought to you by Classy Communications PR and Advertising. Classy Communications provides public relations and marketing solutions for businesses, professionals, and non-profit organizations. They can deliver the true meaning of your business with press releases, social media marketing, web development, email marketing, book publishing, and much more. Wherever your potential clients are, they can help you connect with them. Visit classycommunications.net to learn more about their suite of services that can help your business stand out from the rest. Classy Communications is your solution for business success.
Hello there, and welcome to the Sunday Morning Chat Series with Jesse Oakley III, and I am your host, Jesse Oakley III. Now, the purpose of the Sunday Morning Chat Series is for yours truly to interview a plethora of positive people that are making big differences in the community, whether they're singers, speakers, writers, entrepreneurs, athletes. You'll hear from them first right here on the Sunday Morning Chat Series with Jesse Oakley III. And for today's episode, we have an amazing episode for you. Now, I had a chance to actually interview so many amazing people that are in this organization called Toastmasters International, and they always have this wonderful website or wonderful information that is there. And I happened to look at this guest website that says Making Love Visible, and I got to tell you, when I saw this, I was like, this is great stuff to have on the podcast, and I have this person right here, and lo and behold, ta-da, here she is. So without any further delay, please help me welcome none other than the one, the only, and the very lovely June Dillinger. Hey, June, how's it going?
Oh, thank you. Aloha. I'm absolutely honored to be here with you.
Oh, my goodness. It is great to have you here on the Sunday Morning Chat Series. And with that being said, are you ready to go?
Let's do this.
All right, let's do this. And without any further delay, let's chat. Now, there's a website out there called Making Love Visible, and I am impressed by the whole website and the whole setup. And I was wondering, from day one, when you came up with this idea, could you just take us to that point where you came up with this wonderful website and the wonderful business that you're in? Just give us that day one inspiration.
Oh my gosh, I had a little red Miata, and a friend of mine hopped out of the car, and she said, "You know, June, wherever you go, you just make love visible." And I looked at her and I thought, that is probably the nicest compliment I've ever received in my life, but it just lingered with me. And so it became something that I wanted to create in my life in some way or another. And so I kept asking, how is this phrase going to show up? And inevitably, it became the subtitle to my book, The Benefit of the X, Making Love Visible When Everything Changes, and the platform for coaching, and the foundation for Heart Cards Global. And it's really become an overall arching piece to what the gift that I can offer to the world, and actually everybody else can too. Thank you, Jesse.
All right. And you mentioned about this, and what specific details do you basically hone in on when it comes to this venture that you're in? What do you do?
Oh my gosh, that's an excellent question. So I offer an opportunity for people to grow using a deck of cards. They're called heart cards. And while making love visible may feel like, what the heck is that? How do I make love visible? It's really, love is a feeling, but making love visible is an action. And so what are we doing? How are we being? How are we showing up? And the heart cards provide a tool for like a instant transformation or a vibration to come up that is more often than not a gift and an awakening and an awareness that people just go, I needed this today. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, I tell you what, those heart cards, that sound totally fascinating. And I got to tell you that this is inspiration right here to the finest. And this is one of those things where I see what you're doing and, I'm thinking this positivity. And you get them all together. It's like, it's a positive about love and everything else. And this is what it's all about, happy people. And I really appreciate and I'm inspired and impressed by what you're doing right here, right now. And it's basically just this is just suited to a T and fit perfectly for this theme of Sunday morning chat series and happy people that are in the
Yes.
beginning. Now,
I'm sorry. Ask that. What was that about the beginning?
I tell you what, make it the happy people. It's all about the happy people, and my side and what's the Sunday morning chat series is all about happy people, and your business
Yes.
with making love visible. It fits very well with the happy people.
Absolutely. And even those, gosh, I had a experience recently at an event where I passed out a card to everybody, and then I invited them to open the envelope with the card in it. And one person chose not to take a card. And somehow he ended up with one in his hand. And when it was time for everybody to share, he was the third person and the last person. And he raised his hand and he said, June, may I share? And I turned and I looked, and it was the guy that didn't want to draw a card. And
Oh,
it was beautiful because the card that he drew was greatness. And he got all worked up in his share and he said, I didn't want to draw a card because I didn't think I was worthy. And when he drew the card greatness, he just fell apart in joy because he saw and read some words that came from his heart to himself. And that was the beauty of the experience. So even when somebody's a little bit on edge or they're having a tough day, drawing a heart card is the way to go, because when we let our heart lead, miracles happen.
ooh wee! You just said a whole lot right there, and that story just blew my mind and blew my heart away. And I tell you, that is truly remarkable. And this is what it's all about. Yes.
Yes,
Now,
yes, yes, yes.
yes, indeed. Now, I have another question for you. With this vision, with this day one, with getting this off the ground, many of us have different challenges that we're able to overcome. When it comes to starting from day one to where you are right now, what has been some of the challenges you faced that you were able to overcome in getting this off the ground?
Oh my gosh, one of my greatest challenges was learning that having a heartfelt mission is not the same as having a sustainable business. Oh gosh, beginning as a for-profit business and now building a nonprofit has definitely expanded my awareness. I've learned about manufacturing, marketing, funding, inventory, pricing, partnerships, and really how to clarify and explain the value of something that's often best understood by experiencing it. And so there are also times when I've created events that didn't attract attendance that I had hoped for, and these moments were difficult, but they taught me not to confuse one disappointing result with the worth of the overall mission. And so, in other words, the challenge has been learning how to honor the heart of the work while also building the structure needing to carry it forward.
And that is truly the case when it comes to many people getting their business off the ground, is because you have the heart right there and you have the business. It seems like they have to have a tag team with the heart right here and the mind right here with the business. And once you're able to get
Yes.
that balance, then you're basically working in pure harmony.
Yes, and that space in between is the wiggle room or the morphing where one part of my mind goes like, "Oh no, you're not," and the next part goes, "Oh yes, you are." And so getting that to come together and actually work has been a great challenge as well. And the biggest part has been the financial piece that putting together the funding to continue to make this grow and be sustainable to allow the mission to reach more people.
I tell you, that is, you hit the nail right there on the head, June. I definitely appreciate that big time. Now, another question I do have for you. Now, this is in the spirit of, now there are three types of mentors I like to have. There's a direct mentor, someone I learn from in person. There's the indirect mentor, someone I learn from videos and books and everything else. And there's a reverse mentor, which basically says whatever that person is doing, you do complete opposite. That's reverse mentoring. Now, when I would like to talk about one of my favorite indirect mentors, one of my favorite indirect mentors I see on video and read in books is Ed Milet. Now, Ed Milet has this thing called the power of one more. And we heard one story about your positive thing, your best moments with that gentleman with that card. And I'm thirsty and I can't wait. I want to hear another best moment that you had with this business. And if you can just add one more of that best moment, just give us one more story, please, about one of your best situations that you ever had.
I would love to. This is memorable because as an entrepreneur, I always feel like I'm out there schlepping and humping and trying to find my way and get my bills paid. Meanwhile, while talking about heart cards. So every now and then I hop in my car and I drive for Uber. And I happened to pick up this gal up in the middle of the island in Oahu. And when she hopped in my car, I said, "Oh, gee, you don't look like John." And she said, "No, my husband called the car for me."
Ooh.
And I saw her in the rearview mirror and she didn't look happy. And I said, "Are you okay?" And she said, "No, not really." And I said, "Well, I happen to be a professional coach with the Coaching Federation. And I have a deck of cards. They're called heart cards. And I'm an anonymous person. I'll take you to your destination. And would you like to draw a heart card and see what shows up for you? Maybe if you listen to your heart, a miracle will happen." And so she said, "Sure, what have I got to lose?" And so I handed the deck to her, seated in this seat behind me, and she shuffled them lightly. And all of a sudden, I heard her take a breath. And I said, "Would you be open to sharing your card with me?" And she said, "Yes," as I watched tears drip down her face from my rearview mirror. And she said, "The card says surrender. When I relax and let go, I win. My release is everyone's peace." And I said, "What does that mean to you?" And she said, "You have no idea. My husband, my mother, my family, my friends, people at work have been using this exact same word to surrender and let go. And now here I am in your car drawing a card from your deck of heart cards and it says surrender." And she said, "Ma'am, I can't thank you enough. This feels like the final piece that's telling me, because how many cards are there?" And I said, "There are 51 cards in this deck and there's only one surrender card." And she got out of my car and she said, "This is probably one of the most profound experiences I've ever had." And so that one moment, I tell that story because people often think, how could a deck of cards change the way I feel? And when we allow possibility to come forward, sometimes when we're at the bottom of our barrel, anything can happen. And so drawing a card gave her the opportunity to shift outside of herself, also within herself, and move forward in her life. So I don't know what happened, but I know she got out of my car feeling a lot better. And that's all that mattered. I was able to make love visible that day.
June, I tell you, June, I've been doing this for Sunday Morning Chat Series for 5 years,
Oh my
and
gosh.
after my term as international director ended back in, I decided to do this series back in 2024. Out of all those hundreds of episodes, your story just gave me a water in my eyes, and again, this is very powerful and impactful that what you give that lady with those heart cards. And with all respect to the people I've had on this podcast, you just made my eyes water, girl. And
Oh.
this is that story. And I gotta admit, I surrendered to that story. And June, that story. When it comes to that story, you got me good. You really got me good.
Hey, that's the beauty of this. It's not about me. I'm just a facilitator. I'm passing along good news. And when people are open and willing and just a little tiny space to make a crack, to feel the beauty of who they are, it's magical. And that's why I hop in my car and drive for Uber when I need to pay a bill, because I want to keep this moving. And it's happening, planting seeds here and there, here and there. With
And
you, I'm planting a seed.
hey, you certainly are, and you certainly have, and it makes me want to get asked for one of those heart cards.
Oh, you know what? Should we do that? Should we draw a card for you?
Please do. Let's do that. We're open.
Okay, so I'm shuffling the deck
All right.
and I'll just put my fingers over the top since we're on a call, and you just let me know when to stop and I'll draw out the card.
Okay. Stop.
Is it this one? Back like
Yes.
this. Okay, here we go. Oh, Jesse,
All right.
the card reads integrity,
Woo!
and it says, "I am true to myself, my actions, and my word. As I honor and respect others, I respect and honor myself."
Oh my goodness.
I'll read that one more time. "I am
Please.
true to myself, my actions, and my word. As I honor and respect others, I respect and honor myself. So what does that mean to you?
That means
Integrity.
that means to me is doing your best and doing the right thing. And when it comes to myself, whether it be being in Toastmasters, being at my day job as an engineer, and doing whatever I possibly can to live life, just do it the best, whether one's looking or not. There's one person that has to look, and that is myself. And
Yes.
there's that saying that I cannot shave with my eyes closed. And the reason why I do that is, I'm a shaven man. You know, I shave my face right here. I shave my head right over here. Newsflash, I'm a bald dude. I had to shave. And being unable to actually shave my eyes closed, I have to look at myself in the mirror. And because whatever decision I make, I have to make it with the best integrity as possible. And if I don't make it with integrity, how can I sleep at night? How can I look at myself in
Right.
the mirror?
Right.
That's very important.
And we know, everybody knows when we are out of an integrity. And there are those moments and you go like, wait, what if I listen to my heart instead of my head? And boom, everything falls into place. So it's a reminder, integrity works. Beautiful.
It does work. And again, this has been a heck of an episode right here. But wait, there's more. I got more questions for you. And I tell you what, June, the one question I will ask, actually, I have more questions, but this is very critical. Now, let's say that there's one person that you happen to meet that's basically doing what you're about to do. They're basically an up and coming individual, and they want to spread that business, similar business that you're spreading. And they looked at you and they say, "Hey, June, you are an inspiration to me and what I'm doing right now. And I want to be just like you. I want to be in your shoes. And because you inspire me and you make my heart sing and what you're doing. And I want to be just like you." Now, if someone who's coming in an individual tells you that, what advice would you give that person?
I love this. I love this question. I would tell them to begin with the reason the work matters to them and ask them to not stop there. Like, why? Why do you want to be involved? And to listen carefully to the people that they want to serve. To test the idea in a small, real life setting, use the cards, sample it out, and then pay attention to what works and what doesn't, and where they're willing to support people. And I would tell them not to wait until everything is perfect, because I certainly haven't. Otherwise, we wouldn't get anything done. And to start where they are and be willing to learn from the experience using their heart and intuition, because that's what's powerful. That's the inner research where planning and numbers and good partnerships show up as inspiration to move into something sustainable. And most importantly, I would say don't allow one rejection or one unsuccessful event or one closed door to define the value of their vision, because heart cards can be used in so many different platforms, in so many different arenas. And so when they follow their heart, they can follow that plan and everything will flow, because when you don't listen to your heart, everything gets messed up. So just take your time.
That is definitely true. And great advice for the up and coming person. And you just I tell you what, you're hitting home runs every day. Every I'm the pitcher and you're the batter, and you're hitting some darn good home runs out there.
I'm ready for the grand slam. Let's do
Woo!
this.
Let's keep on doing this. And I tell you, June, this is truly fantastic. And there are so many people out there and they're watching this podcast. They're saying, this June Dillinger is a rock star. She's basically just blowing Jesse Oakley's mind out of the water. And I want to know more about June. And where could more people know about June Dillinger? Where could they go? Reach out.
Oh, gosh. The best place to look is makinglovevisible.com. Makinglovevisible.com. They're everything you need to know. They're just overwhelmingly beautiful testimonies. There is a link to Heart Cards Global also, if you'd like to learn more about the Heart Cards and everything possible if you're interested in coaching. I also have a side small business that's 15 years old, and it's a wedding business, Destination Weddings, in case you want to come to Hawaii and get married.
Ooh, fantastic. And if you remember, how people just take a look at makinglovevisible.com. Am I correct?
Yep, that's it.
That website. Go ahead.
Yeah. My phone number is super easy. Some people have said, oh, that's a Hollywood number. It's 808-330-5255. 5555. Super easy.
Ooh. Hey, don't delay. Call today. All right. And truly, again, June Dillinger. We're going into 20 minutes of this episode of this recording. We're at the 20th minute right now. And again, this lady is worth it. Check out her website, call her up, and do whatever you can, because I tell you what, with all respect, June, I want to personally endorse you myself as someone who is truly rocks out. And if it's endorsed by me, and it's definitely good for all the people out there, all the high people out there. So June,
Bless you. Thank you. Thank you, Jesse.
You got my personal endorsement right here. Woo! Now, this portion of this interview is called the shout out portion, and it gives you a chance to give a shout out to as many people as you possibly can when it comes to where you are right now. If you can give a shout out to the people that made this possible for you, who would you like to give a shout out to?
Oh my gosh, thank you. First, I would like to honor J.R. Coleman, the original creator of Heart Cards. His creativity and spirit began something that continues to touch people today, and he passed away over 5 years ago. I'm also grateful to a dear friend of his, Chip Phelps, who helped to carry the cards forward and entrusted me with their stewardship. So I call myself the steward of Heart Cards. And I want to thank my business partner, Jerome Dillinger, for believing in me and encouraging me with this vision, along with my sweetheart, Matthew, who is patient beyond words, and those friends and collaborators and supporters, and especially the early investors who've helped me to continue. And I want to thank everybody, absolutely everybody, who has drawn a heart card and shared an honest response. And those that have gifted a deck or hosted an experience and introduced me to someone new, they're all a part of making Live Visible. And of course, Jesse, I have to thank you and PR Connections and the Sunday Morning Chat series for giving me this opportunity to share this work. And Joe Peach Graves, who said, you need to talk to Jesse. You're just going to love him. He's a fantastic interview, and he's a Toastmaster extraordinaire. So I can't say thank you enough to you, Jesse. Thank you for being my cheerleader.
I tell you, it's my pleasure. And when I see hip people like yourselves, I got to be down with it, because that is truly, again, you're remarkable. And I say thank you very much, June. And before we officially wrap up, I have one more question for you. Okay. And this question is addressed to my people and my crew that actually watch their website, and they're called the Happy People. And every time I ask this question, they have their minds blown, they have their hearts blown, they have their souls shaken by some wise words of wisdom. So if you have one more wise words of wisdom to give to my people and my crew, the Happy People, what would it be?
My word of wisdom, my words are, do not assume people know that they matter to you. Do not assume people know that they matter to you. Tell them, show them, be love in action. A loving thought is beautiful, but an expressed word, an envelope in the mail, a listening ear, a thoughtful gesture, a hug, a moment of genuine presence can change the direction of someone's day and make their day memorable. So we don't always need the perfect words or a grand gesture. We simply need to encourage everyone to reach out towards one another. And so love becomes powerful when it moves from something we feel into an action that we can actually experience. So give a hug today.
Woo-wee. Yes. Now, June, that was a perfect bookend to a wonderful episode of the Sunday Morning Chat series. And on behalf of all the high people watching, I say mahalo. And thank you for taking the time out to be here on the Sunday Morning Chat series with Jesse Oakley III. Thank you, June.
Absolutely. Love is a feeling. Making love visible is an action.
Exactly. Now, this concludes this episode of the Sunday Morning Chat series. For more information on PR Connections, go to prconnectionsradio.com. But wait, there's more. If you want to see a plethora of podcasts under the PR Connections brand, go to YouTube, type in PR Connections, and just look at all the podcasts that are available, including this one right here, the Sunday Morning Chat series with Jesse Oakley III. But wait, there's also more. If you want to see some past episodes of yours truly, interviewing plethora of positive people that are making a big difference in the community, all you have to do is go to YouTube again, type in Sunday Morning Chat Series, subscribe, like, comment, and hype these videos up, including this one for a Sunday morning chat series, because I've interviewed a plethora of positive people back when I started this in 2020, and I went to 2021, 2024, 2025, and right here, right now in 2026. That is right. 5 years of Sunday morning chat series episodes of yours truly, interviewing positive people that are making big differences in the community. Just go to YouTube, type in Sunday morning chat series, hit the subscribe button, and be amazed with all the amazing people that I've interviewed in the 5 years. Now, this concludes this episode of the Sunday morning chat series. Stay tuned for our next episode, which will take place Sundays, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and that'll be 6 a.m. Hawaiian Standard Time right now. But again, on behalf of June, Dillinger, and myself, Jesse Oakley III, this has been the conclusion of our episode of the Sunday Morning Chat Series. Until next time, you take care of yourselves, and remember to always, always, always have a great day. Take care, and aloha.
The Cause Marketing Chamber of Commerce brings businesses and nonprofit organizations together to create synergistic relationships that benefit the community. Join our tribe to network with community and business partners, increase sales, improve fundraising efforts, differentiate your brand, help worthy nonprofits, and more. Become a member today. Visit our website, causemarketingchamber.com, to see how we can help you grow your business or your nonprofit organization. Click on the Join Now button at causemarketingchamber.com. Help us build a world where social responsibility is the new bottom line. PR Connections Radio thanks you for watching this podcast. Check out more episodes of this show and our others at prconnectionsradio.com.